Hey everybody, Nick here with Tack Drivers, and today we've got a Glock 34. This is a Generation 4, it's chambered in 9mm, and it's a pretty decent gun. Glock made it with competition shooting in mind. There's two different versions, there's an MOS and then the regular version. The MOS has an improved barrel straight from Glock, and the slide is cut to accept a sight. Now, that being said, this is still a great gun to have for that. It's got a longer slide, so you got more distance between your sights to be more accurate. I've shot it a few times, but we're still going to take it to the range so we can get some footage there. And that being said, I don't know why we need to hang out here anymore. Let's get out there.
Alright guys, we made it out to the range. We got that Glock 34 non-MOS, remember no plate. Something I noticed once I got out here, and I don't have any tools with me, which sucks. The rear sight has shifted over. You can see it's hanging off a little bit there. Did a couple test fires just to see if maybe I can hit something, so I kind of know what I need to do. But it's a review about the gun, not how well I shoot. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing, got it all set up out here already. We've got 5 yards, 10 yards, 15, and 25 for the gongs. So with all that, we are comparing 115 grain 9mm Luger and 124 grain 9mm NATO. So we'll see if there's maybe a difference in the way the two shoot and go from there. But let's get started. All right, and as you can see for this video, I actually went ahead and put that 5th one on there. You know, we had so much fun the last time that I thought I'd make sure I got it on there this time. And like I said, there's a version of this made for competition shooting. Let's see if we can get that going a little better. No? Okay. It's just a blast. There's next to no recoil with the size of it. It's 17+1. And I don't think I'm going to get these last two any better than I have, especially with my sight being off. Maybe we should get one more shot at that guy. Okay, well, there we go. There you have it. That's with 115 grain. Next to no recoil. A lot better than that 709 Slim that I shot here a while back. But biggest difference there is you have a full frame versus that subcompact. Full frame, you're going to handle that recoil a lot better, and it's going to make it easier to shoot. So we're going to step over to that dueling tree right after I reload. All right, guys, it's dueling tree time. We're all reloaded. And like I said, that sight's off, but it's about the gun, not me. Like I just said, recoil is a lot better. We're at 15 yards here. Got glass coming down on me. I'd like to get a few more of these consecutively, but resetting when your sight isn't quite on is not fun. Wow. Okay, guys, if you've never tried to shoot with both eyes open, I'd suggest you try it at least once, because when I was hitting all those consecutively, that's actually what I was doing, which supposedly, when it comes to pistols, is how you're supposed to shoot, which is really interesting, because they always tell you to shoot with your dominant eye. But that was fun, I'll tell you that. I didn't focus on the rear sight, I focused on just the front one and tried to put it on there, but man, that was good. See, sometimes your sights being off when you know that they're off make for an interesting time. I wouldn't suggest purposely making them off to see how far away you can get, but that was interesting. But now it's time for that paper target, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys, now let's focus on that paper. Like I said, I'm shooting 15 yards here. I have decided to only do 5 yards. 5 yards, not 5 yards, 5 shots. Apologies. And it's just with that sight being off the way it is, I want to see. It's going to be more difficult, and it would help if I chambered around instead of just popping the mag in there. But clear the chamber. All right, so like I said, this is just 5 shots. We're going to see where we ended up. And I just kind of popped them, lobbed them out there. And we've got some decent hits. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're all on paper, and I'm just kind of pointing here. That sight being off really sucks because we can't do more with it. We can't really see how it is. But low recoil, obviously it's going to get the job done at 15 yards. Got it done at 5. Got it done at 10. Here's 15. Now let's see what it does towards the gongs at 25. Got us moved and everything. We're going to see what this does at 25 yards. Like I said, I'm not going to be super on point about it with that sight being off, so it's going to be less fun. But we'll see what I can do with 2 eyes open. I've got 12 shots here. I'll do 6 kind of trying to aim the way I was before with not centering it, and we'll do the last 6 with both eyes open, see what the difference does. All right, here we go. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well, I must have just got lucky that first shot because we haven't hit one since. Yep, all right, both eyes open. We'll see if I do any better. All right, well, it would have been a lot more fun if I could have had that a little closer, but it is what it is. All right, guys, here we are. First off, we got the 124 grain. And another thing, I got the rear sight popped back over where it's supposed to be. Hopefully it does a little better than it was earlier. I just had to mess with it a little bit and actually slid over, which is not all that bad because I do plan on swapping this out and getting a different sight on there. Maybe have it built a little more for competitive shooting. Iron sights are okay. I don't know how much it can be adjusted because there is 2 screws here on the side of the rear sight to adjust elevation and centering it. But we're going to see what it does just the way it is now that I got that slid back over where it's supposed to be. Let's get started. Again, the clays here are at about 5 yards. The dueling tree is at 10, and then, well, that's not very good now, is it? There we go. That's a little more like it. Less recoil with the 124. And obviously, you just got to know where it's going to hit, you know? So far, did great there, obviously. And with the longer slide on this, it's supposed to be made, the MOS version is made for shooting competitions. It's kind of a downside. It's actually what I was aiming to get when I first got this. Obviously didn't hit that quite square, or that one. But, you know, This thing gets the job done. It does all right. I might have hit the stand itself a couple times there. All right, we're out, so we're going to reload. I'm just going to see if I can get them last 4 swung over to the other side where I want them. But oh, come on. There we there we go. You know what? We're going to leave that. It swung back over, but that's all right. We're going to get this thing ready. Of course, I had to drop a live round. Got that thing picked back up. All right. Let's move and see what she'll do at 15 yards. And then we'll do the 25 on the gongs. All right, guys. We have got 8 rounds here left. And let's see where we can put them in this target here. I'm going to try and aim for center. Right on that A. And, well, I'm a little off there. But, you know, you're not going to be dead on every time. And, so far, no more squib rounds. I haven't ran into those. But I will say this thing doesn't always eject to the same spot. I had one just bounce off my 4 here a little bit ago. There we go. There's our 8. And I've got some other holes in this. We're going to see where all we ended up. Looks like I hit a little high, little all over the place. 15 yards. You've got 1 here, 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's kind of concerning that you don't. Oh, 8's right there. So I'm on paper for all of them. I don't think it's the gun. I think the rear sight is where it needs to be. I think it's doing great. I believe that's all me. It's all in how I'm pulling the trigger and everything. But, you know, we compare that to me. Pretty sure I'd be sore. You know, I'm not going to be feeling good after getting hit like that. Obviously, it'd be a little higher up. So, in a self-defense situation, this would be a good, like, in-the-house one. It's going to do better up close than even a small frame pistol. It does have the longer slide and barrel inside of there. So it's going to be better, a little better long distance than a subcompact one will be. Unless you really know where your gun shoots. Obviously, I would need to train with this more to get a little more consistent. I'm pretty sporadic there. But all in all, it does pretty good at 15 yards. Let's see what it does on 25 at the gongs. See you there. All right, guys, here we are. We got 16 rounds. Let's see what it does here at 25 yards. Like I said, longer barrel should be fairly accurate even this far out. If you miss, it's probably going to be the shooter itself. This got a nice trigger pull on it. There we go. Just need to move a little bit, figure out where a gun shoots, and you're generally going to do better with it. And I think I pulled a little bit because I was actually aiming for that one for that other round. But you know, you can always shoot from a distant stance, distant stance. God, but you know, see if we can do both eyes open. Like I was the other day. And there you have it. Well, that's definitely me, not the gun. But it does great. Like I said, Gen 4th Glock 34, decent gun, does great. It's just me. I don't shoot it enough, therefore I can't hit what I want to. Be nice if I hit more of those. But I'm not a marksman. You know, I do what I can. But all in all, it's great. great gun, low recoil. It's got the longer slide to be more accurate. You saw what it did to the clays. Even though that's 5 yards away, up close, you're going to hit what you're aiming at. I did pretty good at 10 yards. Once I got to 15, that's where I started having the issues. And who knows? If I shot this more, those all might get fixed. So, but all in all, my opinion of it, great gun. Shoots great, low recoil, especially with the size and the weight of it. It's going to handle that recoil better than a subcompact pistol. And 9mm is a fairly good round. It's going to hit stuff, but that's it. Thanks for watching.
All right, so we had a great time out at the range, did some shooting. Good time for all. And still got that Glock 34 here. Again, not the MOS version. We know that because of no plate on the back here cut out for a sight to go on. But you know what? They're going to come apart the same way anyway. And you want to do that for cleaning. And so what you got to do is grab it like so and pull back on the slide. Make sure you don't have your finger somewhere that's going to get pinched. There's 2 little tabs, one on each side, here and here. You pull down on those, release, and pull your trigger. Now you got your grip that you can set off to the side to wipe down later. Finish pulling your slide apart. You got your spring and your barrel. Pretty straightforward, not much to it. Free to wipe down everything, oil it, make sure it's all clean, so that way you don't have any problems the next time you shoot. That being said, it's a Glock. You're probably not going to have a lot of issues. They shoot, and you don't normally have a lot of issues. So, putting it back together, get your barrel back in. Go ahead and place your slide, and you got little grooves on here that just slide underneath the slide, and then put it on. That's all there is to it. All right. Now, that's the Glock 34 non-MOS. Got to make sure you know the difference there, especially if you're after an MOS, if you already want the improved barrel and a plate for a sight. They do make plates that you can knock this out and then push a new beaver tail piece in there to put a sight on, but it's a lot easier if it's already cut for one. Thanks for watching. You can look me up on Facebook. That's TAC Drivers LLC on there. The shirt that you saw in the video today is on the Etsy. It's under TAC Drivers also. So just go ahead, like, subscribe if you want. Do what you can. All right, see you next time.